My name is Margaret. I am a doctor. I am not young. I am more than 67 years old. Many people say that my experience is my power. Today, something different happens. A man comes to see me. He says, "Doctor, I feel sick." I listen carefully. I ask about his pain. He says, "I feel weak. I feel tired. Something is wrong." He looks worried. He thinks it is a disease, but I think maybe it is something else. Still, I give him some medicine. I say, "Take this. It will help." He nods. He takes the medicine. He leaves. I think the story is finished. But is it? One day later, he comes back. He says, "Doctor, the medicine does not work." I am surprised. Many times, medicine helps fast. Why not this time? I ask him again, "Do you still feel sick?" He says, "Yes, I feel the same. Nothing changes." Now my mind is full of questions. Why does his body not improve? Is the problem inside his body or inside his life? I give him new medicine. I tell him to rest. I think, maybe now it will work, but deep inside I feel something is not right. He leaves again. I wait. I wonder, will he return, or is the story already over? But later he comes a third time. He says, "Doctor, I am still sick. The pills do nothing." At that moment, I know the truth is close. This is not a normal sickness. This is something deeper. But what is it? And how can I discover it? The man sits in front of me again. His name is John. He says, "Doctor, nothing works. I feel the same." I look at him and think, why is this happening? I check his answers. No fever, no infection, no real pain in one place. Just the same words. I feel weak. I feel tired. I ask, "Do you eat well?" He says yes. "Do you drink water?" He says yes. "Do you sleep?" He says, "Not much." That word stays in my mind, not much. I want to believe it is a small problem, so I write another prescription. I give him more medicine. I say, "Take this and rest." He takes the paper. He says, "Thank you." He leaves, but I do not feel calm. Something is strange. If the problem is real sickness, the body shows signs. But his body shows nothing. Why do I not see what is wrong? A week passes. He returns again. This time his voice is louder. He says, "Doctor, I still feel sick. The pills are useless." I feel tension in the air. He thinks I fail him. I think he hides something from me. Who is right? I try to explain. I say, "John, sometimes medicine is not enough. Sometimes we must look deeper." He shakes his head. He says, "I only want a cure." His words cut my thoughts. A cure? But cure for what? For a sickness that does not exist? Or for a life too heavy to carry? Now I face a question with no easy answer. If this man is not truly sick, then what is his real problem? And if I find it, will he believe me? Or will he reject the truth and walk away? John returns again. It is the third time. His face looks tired, but his voice is strong. He says, "Doctor, I cannot live like this. The medicine does nothing. I need answers." I hear his words. They are heavy. I know I cannot give him another pill. Something tells me, stop. This is not the way. I look at him and ask, "John, tell me more. Tell me about your life." He looks confused. He says, "My life? What does that matter? I came here because I am sick." I answer, "Yes, but sometimes sickness is not only in the body. Sometimes it begins in the mind or in the heart. He is silent for a moment. Then he speaks. I work every day. I wake up early. I sleep late. My phone never stops ringing. My boss calls me at night. My clients want everything fast. I drink coffee. I skip meals. And I feel pressure all the time. I listen. Each word is like a piece of the puzzle. I think now I see it. His sickness is not sickness. It is stress. But he does not see it. He says, no, doctor, this is not stress. This is illness. Stress cannot make me feel so weak. I reply, stress can do more than you think. Stress can break sleep. Stress can kill hunger. Stress can make the body heavy like a stone. Stress can make you believe you are sick when you are not. He shakes his head. He says, but how can stress make me feel like this for weeks? I am not crazy. I answer, you are not crazy. You are human. Humans break when they carry too much. The body speaks when the mind is tired. Your body is crying because your mind is in pain. His eyes look distant. He says, so, all this time I was not sick. I say, your body is fine. Your life is the problem. You live without pause. You live without rest. Your sickness is your routine, but he does not accept it fully. He says, if it is stress, then give me a pill for stress. I answer, there is no pill for rest. There is no pill for peace. You must choose it. You must stop and breathe. You must live slower. For the first time, he does not argue. He looks down. He says slowly, maybe you are right. Maybe I work too much. Maybe I forgot how to stop. I nod. Inside, I feel I am close to the truth. But I also feel danger. If he refuses to change, the stress will return. If he does not believe me, he will keep looking for medicine that does not exist. And so, I ask myself, will John listen to my advice and change his life? Or will he leave me again and search for another doctor with another pill? John sits in front of me again. His voice is firm, almost desperate. He says, Doctor, I came here 3 times. You gave me pills, but nothing changed. If you cannot help me, I will find someone else. His words cut the air. I feel the weight of his anger. But more than anger, I feel his fear. He thinks he is dying. He thinks something terrible hides inside him. I take a deep breath in my mind. I decide this is the moment. I cannot hide the truth anymore. I say, John, listen to me carefully. You are not sick. You have no disease. What you have is stress. He looks at me as if I speak nonsense. He says, stress? That is nothing. Stress cannot make me feel like this. I feel pain. I feel weak. I feel empty. How can stress do all that? I answer, stress is not nothing. Stress is powerful. It can change your heart. It can change your stomach. It can change your sleep. It can touch every part of your body. Stress is like a silent fire. It burns slowly. You do not see the fire, but you feel the smoke. You think it is sickness, but it is your life screaming for rest. He shakes his head. He says, so I'm not sick. You mean I wasted my time here? My voice becomes stronger. I say, no, you did not waste your time. You came here because you need more than medicine. You need wisdom. You need to hear what nobody told you. You are not sick. You are tired, and tiredness is killing you faster than any disease. For a moment, silence covers us. Then he whispers, if you are right, then everything I believed is wrong. I thought pills could save me. I thought a doctor could fix me. But now you say the cure is not in the bottle. I nod slowly. I say, the cure is not in a bottle. The cure is in your choices. You must rest. You must stop living like a machine. You must remember that health is not only medicine, health is balance. Without balance, no pill will help you. His eyes open wide. He says, so the problem is not my body. The problem is me. I answer, the problem is the way you live. You gave all your time to work, to duty, to others. You gave nothing to yourself. Now your body is shouting. It says, stop before it is too late. He leans forward and speaks with fear. But what if I cannot change? What if I continue the same way? What will happen to me then? I hold my thought. This is the question he fears the most, and I know the answer is heavy. If he does not change, his stress will grow, his body will fall, his life will break. But is he ready to hear it now? Or will the truth push him away forever? John looks at me in silence. He seems lost. He says, Doctor, maybe you are right, but how can I stop my life? My boss needs me. My family depends on me. My friends think I am strong. If I rest, I will disappoint everyone. His words sound heavy, almost like chains. For a moment, I feel he will reject my advice. I fear he will leave and never return. I ask, John, tell me, why do you think rest is weakness? He answers quickly, because strong men do not rest. Strong men keep going. At that moment, I see the real problem. His sickness is not only stress. His sickness is his idea of strength. He thinks stopping is failing, but the truth is different. So I say, John, listen. Real strength is not working without pause. Real strength is knowing when to stop. Even the strongest tree falls if it never rests from the storm. Even the strongest heart breaks if it never sleeps. He is quiet. Then he asks me something unexpected. Doctor, did you ever feel like me? Did you ever think you were strong while you were breaking? His question surprises me. I did not expect him to turn the mirror toward me, but he wants the truth. So I give it. I say, yes, John, many years ago I worked day and night. I thought my patients needed me every hour. I forgot myself. One day I almost collapsed. My hands shook. My mind was empty. I thought I was sick, but it was stress. I learned the hard way. I learned that life without rest is not life at all. He looks shocked. He says, so even you, a doctor, felt the same? And you survived? I answer, yes, I survived because I listened, I changed, I chose rest. That is why I can sit here today and speak to you. If I had not changed, I would not be here now. For the first time, John does not argue. He whispers, all this time, I believed pills could save me. But the truth is, I must save myself. His words strike like a hidden truth. He realizes that healing is not outside him, but inside him. But then another twist comes. He says, Doctor, if I stop working, maybe I will lose my job. If I lose my job, maybe I will lose my home. How can I rest when life will punish me for it? His fear is deep, and his words remind me that stress is not only inside him. Stress comes from the world he lives in. I reply, yes, John, the world will not stop. The job will not stop. The problems will not stop. But you can stop for a moment. You can rest. Because if you fall, then the job is lost anyway. If you fall, then your family loses you completely. His eyes widen. He says, "So if I do not rest, I lose everything. But if I rest, maybe I lose something too. I must choose between losing little now or losing all later. This is the turning point." He came to me searching for medicine. Instead, he finds a choice between fear and wisdom. And I wonder, will he have the courage to choose the truth? John sits in silence for a long moment. I can feel the weight of his decision. He says, "Doctor, I came to you for pills, but now I see that pills cannot change my life. Only I can change it." His words sound fragile, but also true. I nod inside my heart. He is close to the answer. Still, I decide to give him something more. I say, "John, let me tell you a secret. Life is not only about working. Life is not only about earning money. Life is about balance. If you give all your time to work, you lose your health. If you give all your time to stress, you lose your peace. And when health and peace are gone, even money has no value." He looks at me with doubt. He says, "But what if I rest and my boss fires me? What if I stop and everything falls apart?" I answer, "Then ask yourself this. What will fall apart first, your job or your body? A job can be replaced, a house can be replaced, but your life cannot. If you lose your life, you lose all." He breathes slowly. He says, "So rest is not weakness. Rest is survival." I answer, "Yes, and more than survival, rest is wisdom. Only the wise understand it. Only the humble accept it." For a moment, I remember my past. I tell him, "John, I worked many years without pause. I believed the same lie, that strong people never rest. But when I almost lost myself, I discovered the truth. I survived because I changed. That is why I tell you this today. I do not speak from books. I speak from life." He is quiet. Then he says something that changes everything. "Doctor, I think you saved me. Not with medicine, but with words." His words surprise me, but also touch me deeply, because I know they are true. Sometimes wisdom heals faster than any pill. But then another small twist comes. He says, "Doctor, what if I forget? What if tomorrow I return to the same habits? What if stress wins again?" His fear is real. I cannot promise him an easy road, so I tell him, "Then remember this. Every morning you must choose. You must choose life or stress. You must choose balance or destruction. The choice will not be easy, but it is yours every day." At that moment, I see his eyes clear. He says, "Then I will choose life. I will rest. I will not wait for sickness to destroy me." His voice is steady now, strong, but not in the old way. Strong in a new way, strong because he accepts his limits. I feel peace inside me. I know he will not be perfect. I know stress will try to return. But now he has the truth, and truth is stronger than fear. As he leaves, I whisper to myself, "Medicine cures the body, but wisdom cures the soul." And I ask myself, will others also understand before it is too late? Or will they too look for pills when what they really need is rest? Sometimes we believe that strength means working all the time. We think rest is weakness. But the truth is different. Rest is not weakness. Rest is wisdom. Rest gives us energy to continue. If we never stop, our body will stop us. If we never listen, our mind will scream louder. This story is not only about John, it is about all of us. How many times do we say, "I am fine," when really we are tired? How many times do we run after money while our health runs away from us? The lesson is simple but powerful. Life is short, and balance is everything. Medicine can help the body, but wisdom protects the soul. So ask yourself today, do I live with balance? Do I give time to rest, or do I only give time to work? Remember, real strength is not in doing more. Real strength is in knowing when to stop.